Florida first-time home buyer program called Hometown Heroes Housing Program. Great program, still active in the state of Florida, and just kind of give you a little overview of what it's about here. So, Hometown Heroes Housing Program, and the source of funding is the Florida Housing Finance Corporation with support from the state legislature. That's always good. Eligibility requirement: so you must be employed full-time, 35 hours or more per week by a Florida-based employer, okay? And eligible professions include law enforcement officers, firefighters, educators, healthcare professionals, child care employees, and active military or veterans. And I would be willing to just go out on a limb here and saying that maybe you're not a police officer in the field, but you work in the police department, right? You're a dispatcher. Well, I mean, technically, I guess most dispatchers, I think, are actually officers, technically. But maybe you're administrative or something like that, and you're working there. Maybe it's worth looking into to see if you qualify. Same thing with, firefighters. Maybe you're the person running the station administratively, right? Educators, yeah, healthcare professionals. I love that. Childcare employees. That's interesting. I haven't seen a lot of that lately. But childcare employees. That's good. That's really good. So there's a lot of people in childcare that could qualify for this program, and active military, obviously. So first-time home buyer, you've got to be a first-time home buyer and not owned a primary residence in the past 3 years. Okay, understand this and get this. If you have not owned a home in the last 3 years, you are again now considered a first-time buyer as far as these programs go. I know it's a little misleading or confusing or whatever, where you go, oh, first time buyer, but I've owned a home before. It should be more like first time buyer or returning to homeownership buyers if you haven't owned a home in 3 years. So definitely check it out. Veterans and active duty military members are exempt from this requirement. Oh, that's great. Ooh, what an opportunity there. So does that mean veterans and active military, if you currently own a home, you can also take advantage of this program? Might be worth taking a look at, right? And if it is, take a look at buying a 4-unit property. But I think you have to be. I'm going to assume, because all these programs require owner occupancy, but worth looking into, right? And if you're young and you're in the military, you're just getting out of the military or whatever, buy a 4-unit property and live in one of them. Rent the other ones out. Use that income to pay it off, right? Income limits. Your income must be below 50% of the area median. Okay, income for the county where you're purchasing the home. Okay, fine. Credit score is 640 or better. Sure. And homebuyer education. You got to take an approved homebuyer education course. The benefits: down payment and closing cost assistance. Receive up to 5% of the first mortgage loan amount, capped at $35,000 to assist with down payment and closing costs. That's pretty good. Favorable loan terms, lower than market interest rates. One of the biggest challenges we have, at least at the time that I'm recording this, is affordability is a challenge across the entire United States, because the interest rates are, they're not at the 3% like they were for a while, and all the prices skyrocketed, and then all of a sudden no more 3% loans, and people are like going, oh my gosh, well, how do you afford that? Well, guess what? Lower than market interest rates. What that is, I don't know. Got to talk to a specialist, including FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans. That's great. Deferred repayment. The assistance comes as okay, now follow this. You get a 0% non-amortizing 30-year deferred second mortgage. Okay, so let's say you get that $35,000. What that means is that $35,000 will sit there as a second loan, will not accrue interest, will not increase. You will not have to make payments on it until the home is sold, refinanced, transferred, or no longer the primary residence. Okay, so if you move out, then you gotta pay that $35,000 back. But that's pretty darn good, because think about it, you're getting $35,000 to cover the down payment, and then and you keep the house for 30 years, you know, and it's still just $35,000. That'll be peanuts in 30, in 30 years. So that's pretty good. I like that. That's a great feature. And look, and if you refinance or you sell the home, just understand that money is going to get paid back. Okay, it's going to get paid back. There's no way around it. But it gets you in the house, and it doesn't cost you anything. That's the great thing. It costs you nothing, 0%, non-amortizing. That's amazing. Okay. Potential drawbacks. It says repayment requirements. Okay. It, so the assistance is not forgivable. It must be repaid on selling or refinance. Okay, big deal. One-time participation, so you can only use the program once. Fine. Application process, verify eligibility, connect with a participating lender or with a loan officer approved in the Florida Housing Finance. So we got the link right here. So complete the homebuyer education, enroll in the program, in their course, okay, and submit the loan application. Not complicated. That is not complicated at all. So just come to firsttimehomebuyer.org. There's a link right here. It'll take you to where you can find those loan officers and whatnot. But do you know a loan officer? Do you know somebody who offers this Hometown Heroes housing program in Florida? And if you do, tell them to come to firsttimehomebuyerprogram.org and click on the spotlight button. We'd love to spotlight them and feature them, because we love to connect people with those loan officers, those individuals who are actually doing the programs, right? Not just dump you into some big bank giant funnel, and where you come out on the other side just depends. Right? We want to see who the people are who are actually doing the programs in that area. So anyway, yeah, great program. I love this, and I love supporting our hometown heroes, all of our first responders and people who care for other people around the state. So all right, take care.